posted a short video October last year just documenting the process of resoling my Red Wing boots with Crags in Leeds in the UK. The video really was just a short explanation of what the process was like, what it cost, and what I thought at the time. And then I thought today there was a little bit of interest, so I thought I'd follow up and just say how the boots look now, 6 months on, what my thoughts are at the moment, whether or not I'd do it again, and if there's anything else for anyone who's thinking of doing the same thing to consider. So starting really with the actual process of having it done, it was, like I said in the last video, really simple. I just arranged it online, emailed the company and posted the boots off, made a payment over the phone. It was around £95 because I was having a full rebuild of the welt and had the, I think it's called the Norwegian welt maybe, or the Storm welt added onto the side. And then the fresh brand new sole replacing the original white sole, which at the time was worn down to nothing and had other repair work done. So it's time to be sort of completely replaced. Like I said, that process was really simple. I would recommend that. And then 6 months on, I would say that the workmanship is still good. I've been wearing these nearly every day in all sorts of weathers, in wet weather, rain and snow. And it's been great. There's a couple of areas just around points like that where there's a little bit of a gap between the midsole and the sole. For me, that's not really a problem so far. I'm wondering if over time that might develop just with sort of flexing of the boot. So far, it's not been an issue. It's kind of present on both boots in a similar spot. But like I say, it's not been an issue. Yeah, I recommend the company, I recommend the process. I think that's been really good. The other part I suppose to consider is, was swapping to this sole the right decision or the wrong decision? For me, the original sole was really good, nice cushion when you're walking. It's comfortable, but it wore down so quickly. So from new, it was only a matter of months till it was worn to nothing. I had a sort of temporary repair done where they'd replaced the sort of bottom layer with a new layer of material. That again just wore down just as quick, the white rubber material. So they're not a long-lasting sole in the original sort of form. My boots, because I used to wear them so much at the time, the original colouring and things sort of disappeared with conditioning and cleaning out of sort of things like water stains that appear quite quickly. So my boots, sort of two and a half years on, were quite a lot darker, and I thought it was maybe a good sort of change aesthetically as well to have a darker sole added to these. I'm still considering having a second pair with the white sole that are worn more just on sort of clear, dry days, to sort of keep that original colour a little bit longer. But that's something future. I was also considering maybe a pair of the Rovers with the same sole but the rounded toe, just for a little bit of variety. But that's something I'll sort of look at this year. With these boots and this sole, I do recommend it. I've been wearing these, I've been driving in them, I've been walking in, like I say, in the rain and snow, and I've not had any problems. The grip's good, everything about them's sort of great in comparison. I think the sole's a lot hardier. It's a tougher rubber. It hasn't worn away in the same way. There's a few areas like that where it's started to chip. And again, that's something to keep an eye on and just see how that wears over the next sort of few months. I'll probably wear these slightly less as we go into the sort of summer weather. And we'll see how that sort of holds up. My one thing that's sort of very notable is the back of the shoe and the heel especially really picks up stones and gravel all the time, and mostly that's fine, you don't notice it, but as soon as you walk into somewhere like a supermarket, you hear the scrape on the floor of those stones sort of clattering around, and they're not that easy to get them out, so they tend to just sort of pick up and build up. It doesn't seem to happen as much at the front where it's a little bit wider in the lugs. Generally, I really like them. I think they look good and they look rugged. They're just as comfortable as before, and you sort of feel quite confident walking in these. You can have no trouble on sort of ice and wet sort of weather. And again, with driving, it's not been the biggest problem. There's a little bit on the heel where you sort of operating the pedals. It's worn a little, but nowhere near as quick as the white sole did. So for me, I've been really happy with these. I'm glad I did that. I think they're going to last a lot longer in this form, and they're a little bit different as well. You do here and there do see people in the standard shoes, and it's quite nice to have a little bit of a difference in the Red Wings. And I enjoy how they look. I would probably, when it comes to resoling these, continue with this sole on these boots, keep them as a rugged sort of winter boot quite happily. They've held up for me, so I recommend, if anyone's considering the same, or if anyone was wondering about the quality of sort of workmanship, getting theirs repaired, I'd say that the work holds up. I think Crocs did a good job, and I would use them again next time. I think I've probably got another sort of 2, maybe even 3 years with these soles, especially if they're worn mainly around wintertime and less in the summer. We'll see how we go. That's everything from me today. I thought I'd just give people an update if they were interested, and let you see for yourselves. Okay, thanks for watching.